Hey guys, what's up? It's Danielle. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you the stuff that I got from Black Friday. And one of these purchases is actually from today. If you're wondering where I am, I'm in my room. I'm just sitting on the floor with this thing towering over me, which we'll get into in a second. So anyways, I hope that you guys I'm just going to try to rest my hand on this chair. So there we go. Is that better? Nope, that's not better. Nope. There we go. Maybe. If I don't move my head. Here. How about that? Okay. Sorry. Always got to figure out the lighting on this channel. So anyways, I hope you guys had a beautiful Thanksgiving with your friends, your families, all your loved ones. I really, really hope you guys had a great time, got to relax, eat some good food. Like I mentioned in my last video, I actually was with my best friend and her family for Thanksgiving. So it was actually really nice. I helped her to roast pumpkin, and we literally made pumpkin pie from scratch. So I've never done it that way before. I've always just taken canned pumpkin. So for me, that was kind of an experience, and I'm probably going to try it next year because, I'm kind of out of my pumpkin pie phase now that we're heading towards December. But anyways, it was really good. And she actually made some cranberry apple pie, which I didn't know I was going to be such a huge fan of that, but I ended up taking half of that pie home. So if that's any indication as to how much I liked it. But anyways, it was just a good time. I'm very thankful that her family is nice enough to let me come around, and she does live an hour away, so it's kind of difficult for us to get together sometimes because I do work weekends and she works Monday to Friday. So kind of difficult in that sense, but, we make it work. So anyways, I went to 3 different places. I went to Joann's, Target, and I literally just got back from TJ Maxx, or not TJ Maxx, it was Marshalls and Home Goods, and got a variety of different things. So I'm going to show you guys the first thing that I got. I'm going to start with Target, and I'm just realizing I don't actually have everything with me here because it has been like a full day, and I'm like a little kid in a candy store. I got to get into everything as soon as I bring it home. So the first thing is actually right here, and it's what I mentioned was towering over me. So I got some new wire racking for all of my planner stuff, and this is very exciting for me. Sorry, I'm trying to do this because I don't think I can swap the camera, change it back to the other side. I don't know, but as you can see, it is the 5 shelf one. So let me just trying to show you guys the whole thing, which it's not really happening, but anyways, excuse me. I mentioned when I shared my crafting / planner prep area with you guys that I really wanted to get racking that was bigger. This is not entirely what I had in mind. I will be completely honest, because this looks like it belongs in a small business owner's store or a warehouse, maybe like a bakery. I'm pretty sure, or a garage, I'm pretty sure it's not normal to have something like this in your bedroom. So I am aware of that. It looks odd, I know, but I needed something to hold all my crap. So I think you guys can understand that. I got too many hands and too many different cookie jars. You guys know this. I like to sew. I like paper crafting. I love to stamp. I love planner stuff. I love to crochet, and it just, you can see how quickly your hobbies can get out of hand. So anyways, I'm very excited to have this. It actually is about the width of the other two that I had if I put them side by side. So, you know, it's really not that bad. The height is kind of an issue though, I'm not gonna lie. Because this thing, I think it has to be like 6 or 7. Okay, probably not 7 feet tall, but it has to be at least 6.5 feet around there, because I'm only 5'7", and when I was trying to take this thing and put it in my room, it was towering over me. So anyways, moving on. I just was so over the moon to get that. I got some of the Mrs. Meyer's, what is it? Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface sprays. I've really been loving those, and I know I never told you guys that I was into that stuff, and it's because I didn't know what I want, like, you know, I didn't know what to think of it at the time because it was my first time using it, but suffice to say, I am obsessed. Haven't tried any of the other Mrs. Meyer's cleaning products, so I'm slowly working towards that, but my next thing that I want to try is the dish soap, but unfortunately, I have enough dish soap to basically last me, like, until the end of 2047. So, that's a problem. That's what happens when you just buy the big jug because it's cheaper. That's the problem. So it's probably going to be a while before that happens unless I just start using it for cleaning. But anyways, I am turning out to be a really big fan of Mrs. Meyer's, particularly, like I said, the multi-surface sprays. I think those are really, really good. And I did pick up some of the fall scents. So the pumpkin one, in my opinion, is like really, really sweet, and I should not have purchased it in hindsight. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of reserved that for my bathroom because, you know, it's like you clean your bathroom, then you walk away, you're not gonna be in there like the whole time. Whereas if you put that in your kitchen, like, you're gonna be smelling that, because kitchens are basically like the heartbeat of every household. So I got that one, and then I also got the apple cider, which I really love that one. I can see why everybody goes crazy over it, and I bought like 3 of them, so I should be okay for a couple months, I hope. But the peppermint one, I'm really enjoying. I actually just wiped down all my cabinets today with that, and I'm just over the moon about that scent, so definitely recommend that. I know Mrs. Meyer's isn't exactly the best when it comes to natural cleaning products, but, you know, I figure one step at a time. I'm not trying to, like, go completely natural when it comes to my cleaning products, but, you know, any little bit helps. So the next thing that I got, I was trying to think if I was going like all over the place, but I'm not. That was pretty much all I got from Target, aside from, where is it? Where did I put that? Okay, we have issues here, you guys, because apparently oh, that's great. My charger fell. That's wonderful. Oh, I found it. Okay. So, you guys know, or if you didn't already know, you're going to find out that I love skincare. Skincare is like one of my biggest passions in life. And I think a lot of that stems from having cystic acne when I was 18. So I'm 25 now, and knock on wood, that sucker is never coming back. But, you know, I never lost my passion for skincare. And part of that passion, especially since I moved away from home, is trying to find cheaper alternatives. Not always the best idea, but, you know. So, I really need something that's like super thick for my face, because if my face dries out, I start breaking out like nobody's business. So I went on to acne.org, which is basically what I use to kind of gauge if something is gonna give me acne. And I've been a part of that community for like years now, ever since I had cystic acne. So I was in Target and I was like, you know what? I want to see if there's something that's thicker than the Vaseline I was using, and if it'll, if it's not comedogenic. Came across this bad boy. This thing is, it's like $12 around there, and you get like 16 ounces. This crap is so thick, I don't even think you guys understand. Granted, I have not used this on any part of my body since I was like 6 years old when I had eczema, but there's a reason why this brand has been around forever, because it's so good. So, excuse me, dying. So I tried this last night for the very first time on my face, and I will say this much: I woke up and it was like amazing, because I was getting like some flare-ups with my acne, and it was always a pain. So the only downside is that stuff is super, super greasy. So, excuse me, if you're going to use it, don't be using it during the day, unless you're going to be like me and you're just going to start going with the whole Marilyn Monroe mindset, because she actually used to put straight up Vaseline on her face. And if it wasn't Vaseline, it was Nivea. So that's how she always had like that dewy look, because she didn't like blot her face or like powder her face. So that's kind of my logic some of the time. But anyways, I am really enjoying that. I'm just kind of wondering how long it's going to take me to get through that whole tub. Yeah, that's going to last me probably over a year, if I'm being honest. So definitely saving money with that. But the ingredients in here are like nothing. It's like water, petrolatum, mineral oil, salicin, lanolin alcohol, phenoxyethanol, can't talk, pyroxetolamine. And I know some people absolutely do not want mineral oil on their face or petrolatum. Those are actually non-comedogenic, so they're not going to break you out. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh my God, it broke me. No. It's not comedogenic. You can calm down, okay? So, moving on to what I got at Joann's. I'm not going to lie, I did buy a sewing machine there. It was, what was it? It was originally like $130, and I got it for $77. I just returned it today because my mom told me that Singer sewing machines are actually absolute trash nowadays. So I'm pretty sure my mom would know what brand is good, because she was actually a fashion major, and then she changed it to something like information systems or something, like halfway through college, or like when she was a junior or something like that. So my mom never lost the knack for sewing or anything like that. But basically, if it has to deal with sewing, I automatically go to my mom, because she definitely knows what she's talking about. So I think what she decided on was she's going to give me her Husqvarna sewing machine that she has now, and she's going to buy herself a Bernina. If you guys know anything about sewing machines, you know that Bernina is like top quality. And that actually works out perfectly for me, because obviously I would rather my mom have a newer sewing machine than myself. But at the same time, I told her that if she were to buy me one, I do not want anything that's computerized. The one that I had before what I have, or I should say before what I'm going to have now, was a brother, and it was a good sewing machine as like starting out, because I think I got it when I was like 12 or 13, but it was semi-computerized. Like when you would change the stitches, it was computerized in that sense, and I'm honestly convinced that that's part of the reason why it got jacked up. So needless to say, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to just go with the old school stuff. There's a reason why there's sewing machines that have lasted for as long as they have. And I'm pretty sure a large part of that is because they're not computerized. So it's kind of funny. I don't know, because I love technology. But when it comes to stuff like that, I'm just like, don't need you in my life. So I did get a sewing machine, but I returned that sucker because my mom was like, yeah. Just like not worth it. So anyways, I got some bobbins that I no longer am going to need for right now. And I got some fabric. It's like flannel, and it has some mousse on it and, you know, some like really pretty snowflakes. I know I'm not sharing it with you guys right now because I forgot to grab it, but my thoughts were I could turn it into pillowcases for my couch, and that's where this comes in. So I bought 2 of these zippers, and I realized I got the wrong type. Okay, these zippers are meant for sweaters and jackets, and I'm using them for pillowcases. I know, you guys, I know. But if I'm being honest, this was like one of the only ones I could find that was white, that was 18 inches. So forgive me. Whatever. So I got 2 of those. I got like a seam ripper, you know, just the basic stuff. And then I got a couple skeins of yarn, which was probably the most exciting part. So my best friend's mom found out that I have a huge love for making pot holders. She's like, can you make me one? I'm like, yeah, sure. So that's why I have the hot pink sugar and cream. And then I'm currently in the process of making a fall blanket. So I got 2 of these. It's just the Red Heart Super Saver in gold. And then I also got 2 of these. It's the Red Heart Super Saver in carrot. So that brand, that particular type of skein was only $2.50. It was like $2.50 each. So it's actually a pretty good deal because normally I think they're around like $5, maybe a little bit less. But it was a good deal because primarily I work on acrylic because it's so cheap. But I'm in the process of making the fall blanket, and I'm also making like just a classic blanket. I don't really know what to say. So this is the beginning of that. I'm just using good old white acrylic for that. And then I'm also in the process of making a Viking beard hat for my brother. And it's not necessarily for Christmas. It's just like a because type thing. I don't like to make people like articles of clothing unless I know they're going to wear them. So here's the hat. I just finished this last night, and I think it looks pretty damn good because last year I think it was the first time I ever made a hat, and let me tell you, that stuff did not look okay, but it's all right because I gave that to my ex-boyfriend, so it's fine. Everything's copacetic, you guys. So that's everything from Joann's. So now we come to probably the best part of this haul, and it's what I got at TJ Maxx. Now, backstory on this. My best friend is obsessed with this brand, and I can see why, because literally everything that they have is cute. Everything. And with some things, I'm just like, I like stuff to be more simplistic and more functional. With other things, I'm just like, I don't even care. Like, let's go ham. But when it comes to purses, for the most part, I prefer that they are a little bit more on the functional side. So in my head, I was like, okay, you're 25. You basically have purses that are meant for like 18-year-olds. Not all of them, but that's kind of the vibe that I get. So I was like, you probably need something that's a little bit more age appropriate. As I sit here wearing a t-shirt that has, you know, a quote from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So this is what I got, and I am in love, you guys. Look at how cute this Kate Spade is. Like, yes, she is a grande lady, but look at how cute. I love this. I love bags like that are essentially like 50s or 60s inspired, because they're timeless. They never go out of style. So very, very happy that I found that, and it was on clearance. Like, yes, girl. So just really over the moon about that. And I just realized one last part of this haul that I forgot to mention is an Amazon haul. It's one thing, but it still counts. I had to get a new ring, and I don't know how well you guys can see this, but yeah, you can't see it that well. Maybe? Nope. So, excuse me. As I continue to lose weight, I not only have to downsize my clothing, but I have to downsize my jewelry. And thankfully, necklaces and earrings, you don't have to fiddle with that. Bracelets, not so much. Rings, of course. So I've gone down not only another pant size, but also another ring size. And let me tell you, it feels beautiful. Also, I know you guys are probably like, you wear such mannish rings. I know. Because they're literally meant for men. Because I had to switch out my rings. What was it, last year? I think it was last year. I had to switch out all my rings to tungsten carbide because I'm a little too rough when it comes to my hands, as you can probably see from the amount of scarring I have. And also I put some super glue on this finger because I ended up getting a really deep cut and I have no clue how. So to say that I'm really rough on my hands is an understatement. But if you didn't already know this, tungsten carbide, not only is it incredibly inexpensive, but on the Mohs scale, MOH, which is like how you determine how hard or soft a metal is, or like precious stones are, I think diamonds are at a 10 and tungsten carbide is at a 9. Also, it doesn't scratch. So if that's any indication, yeah, I had to find something that was indestructible for the most part. But anyways, I also got to see my boyfriend yesterday, so that was nice. He was coming home from seeing his mom in New York, so he lives like an hour and a half away from me. So for him to drive home, like I'm like where I live is actually on the way to his house. So it was nice. I got to hang out with him for a little bit before he had to leave and go to work. So it was nice. It was very nice. But anyways, I am just, I don't know. I'm feeling really good right now. Probably because I have my Christmas lights up. I shared that on my Instagram stories yesterday, and I know this is kind of like a really chatty haul. Like, I'm telling you guys more stuff than I'm showing you, but I think that's what makes it fun. So, I love this time of year. I have my Christmas lights up, not just in my kitchen, but also in my room, and I use that as like a night light. I love that. And then I'm going home in a couple of weeks, so I get to see my mama, my baby cats, and my brother. And in addition to that, we are going ham on the food. So I think my mom said she was going to make, I don't remember what she said she was going to make. We don't normally do like honey baked ham or anything like that when it comes to holidays. Because I don't know, we don't. We basically just eat whatever the hell we want. So I think I requested like blueberry pie or something along those lines. And then it's not, what are we having? We're having ribeye, I think. And oysters. I requested mashed potatoes. And that's not even including all the breakfast food that we're going to be making. So I am very excited. But anyways, just to me, this is the best time of year. This is the whole reason why I, begrudgingly go through the rest of the year. Because A, I don't have a choice. And B, this is the best time of year. So, excuse me, as I die from a cough. Excuse me. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend before gotta go back to the drudgery of work. I'm still enjoying my time off, and I know I said that I would put up a legit video this weekend, but I'm gonna consider this a legit video. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you all. I hope you're all doing really well and enjoying yourselves, getting into the Christmas spirit. Sorry, the Christmas Hanukkah Kwanzaa spirit. And yeah, I will talk to all of y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.